Hello everyone, this is Leader of the Resistance, and I'm here with a new game, Firefighting Simulator, The Squad.
Dispatch to Unit 1. The fire has spread to the roof of the house as well as an adjoining room. Backdraft potential in the area. Use extreme caution. A secondary unit is on site providing water coverage for the burning roof. Evacuation status of the house still unknown. Dispatch to Unit 1. Ladder truck is on scene and has assumed safety. Dispatch to Unit 1. Park in front of the building and begin line establishment.
Unit 1 and dispatch, copy that. Parking in front. Someone's trapped in the bedroom! Get that person out of there! Take this Callaghan. Yes, Commander. Can you walk?
Hey, I think you have to carry me. It broke my leg or something. I heard this loud noise. I fell. Then I woke up on the floor. After that, there was smoke everywhere. Phew, all good? Thanks. We'll take it from here. You can get back to putting out fires. Thanks for getting me out of there. The firefighters mentioned that something in the garage might have exploded and caused the building to ignite.
This would be easier if I had control over the gaming.
This training exercise will get you familiar with using forcible entry tools on doors and walls. Walk forward and open the door. The next door is locked. Grab the crowbar off the bench and walk towards the door. Then, break it open. Good work. Now place the crowbar on the ground in the glowing box. Grab the Halligan tape, walk towards the door, and break it open. Nicely done. Place the Halligan tool on the ground in the box. Grab the demo log off the bench, walk towards the door, and bust it open. Grab the axe and walk towards the door. Swing at it and smash it open. When there's no available door, create your own. You can break through some walls using any forcible entry tool. Look for the cracks in the wall and break through the cracks. Good work. Now place the axe on the ground in the glow. This training will familiarize you with using forcible entry tools on windows to enter and exit rooms and buildings. Now, grab either tool on the bench, walk over to the window, and smash it open. Okay, now climb through the window into the next area. At times, the window is too high to reach, so you'll need to climb. Good, we're almost done. Smash either window and climb through to the next area. This exercise will familiarize you with using power saws to cut through locks to open doors and vents. Okay, pick up the circular saw from the ground. Good. Now use the saw to cut the lock on the vent ahead. You have to be careful, so aim for the indicated target. Nice. Once more, pick up the saw from the ground. Now, walk over to the garage and use the saw to cut the locks on the door. Cut both locks to open the door. Job complete. This training exercise will familiarize you with using ladders. To use a ladder, you must first attach to it. Walk over to the indicated spot and connect yourself to the ladder. Okay, now climb the ladder by pressing forward. Okay, now reconnect yourself to the ladder and climb back down to the ground. Good. Connect to the new ladder beside you. Now, climb up to it. Good. Now climb through the window and enter the... Nice. Now use the door to go outside and climb the ladder up to the roof. Okay, now climb back down and we'll continue. Job done. With this training exercise, we'll familiarize you with how quickly fire can spread. Okay, stay where you are and just watch the fire spread. Notice how fast it jumps from object to object. Now, grab a hose and put out the fire. Spray water. Spray water.
Yeah, and now every time you're shooting, it's going to be thinking of me.
Spray water by using the indicated button. Job done. All right, once again, just watch the fire spread. Okay, you know the drill. Grab a hose and put out the fire. Spray water. Indicated button. Good work. Now, grab a hose and try to put out both grease fires. The water doesn't help, does it? In fact, it makes it worse. Water and grease fires don't mix. To fight fixing chemical fires, use a portable CO2. Grab an extinguisher and aim it at the base of both fires. Sweep the extinguisher side to side on the flame and make sure you put it out. Good work. When out on calls, look for different types of flames so you can be ready for any grease or chemical fires you run into. This training exercise will familiarize you with how to effectively fight a fire using the hose aiming interface. All right, grab a fire hose and enter the door in front of you. That fire will be attached. Look at the on-screen indicators, proximity to water and flame, and learn how they can help you as a firefighting process. Don't hesitate to change your position and get a better aim. It's helpful to let your fire fire as quickly as possible. Okay, fire's out. Take your attack hose into the next room. Good. Fire's out. You may have noticed the sparks coming from the lamp on the table. These sparks can and will reignite the fires after you put them out. This can create a dangerous situation with potential fires in areas you thought were safe. There it comes. Since electricity can restart the fire multiple times, the best way to deal with electrical fires is to cut the main power by finding and using the building's fuse box. So, instead of wasting water on an electrical fire, walk over to the fuse box on the wall and turn off the electric. Okay, fire's out. Now walk into the next room. Alright, since you already know how to deal with grease fires, grab an extinguisher and put those fires out. You'll notice that both the attack hose and the CO2 extinguisher use the same interface to help you put out fires as efficiently as possible. Okay, fire's out. Job done. This exercise will get you up to speed on smoke, how it affects your vision, and how to effectively clear it. Smoke is dangerous and can seriously harm you, which is why you'll always be equipped with an SCBA system to ensure you can breathe in any situation. When going into a smoke-filled area, be sure to use your helmet-mounted flashlight. It'll really make a difference. The best way to deal with smoke is to eliminate it. Venting a room allows the smoke to clear and makes it easier for you to see any dangers. This will really help when doing search and rescue operations. Now, open the door and enter the next area. It's full of smoke. Stay calm. Now, open the door and enter the next area. Okay, we're going to take a different approach for this room. A smashed window is just as effective as an open window. If you need to vent smoke but run into a locked window, don't let that stop you. Grab a tool off the bench and smash both windows. Nice work. The smoke will clear out in no time. In this next phase, we'll take a slightly different approach. If you still have the forcible entry tool, use it to smash open one or both of the windows. If you don't have a tool, grab one off the bench. Smash open one or both of the windows. If you don't have a tool, grab one from the bench. It's smoky in here too. Remember to stay crouched to improve your visibility as the smoke clears from the window you just smashed. Now, open the door and enter the next room. Okay, you know the drill. Stay low and open the window to clear the smoke. You did it. Now we're going to learn about one of the most dangerous situations you'll ever encounter, a backdraft. Backdrafts often surprise even experienced firefighters. Backdrafts occur when the oxygen within a room has been used up, and then more oxygen is rapidly reintroduced into the area. This is caused by opening a door or window in an oxygen-depleted environment. When backdrafts occur, fire explodes out of the door or window and can become a fast-moving fireball, causing damage to anything in its path, and can even badly injure you. Okay, enough talk. Now we're going to show you a backdraft event. Know what to look for in a backdraft situation. First, walk over to the window on the left and look into the room. Notice that in this smoke, there are no visible signs of smoke. This indicates that the room is above its upper flammability. This means that the gas or vapor in the air is capable of producing a flash fire. Just as an ignition source, oxygen. Locked door on the left. Notice that the door is different than others and has signs of a potential backdraft. In addition to the smoke with no visible flame, there's also smoke at the base of the door along with the pulsing sound. You hear it? A low thud. The sound seems like it's originating because the door is trying to suck air into it. It needs oxygen to reignite the fire. Okay, door's unlocked. But immediately back away from it before the blast comes back. Okay, notice that the area opposite the door caught the fireball and is now on fire. Put out the flames initially, then move it to the door to the next room and extinguish the fire there. Put out the fires in this room, then go to the door and move to the next room to extinguish the fire there. Good work. Now notice that the next locked door has signs of a potential backdraft. Do you see the smoke at the base? Do you hear the pulsing sound? Okay, the door's been unlocked. Like last time, open the door, but remember to back away from it before the back. Okay, you know what to do. Put out the fires in this room, then move to the door to get to the next room so you can extinguish the fires in there. Good work. As I said before, even experienced firefighters can be surprised by backdrafts. So pay attention to any closed door that you approach and look for signs of backdraft. It could save your life. This training exercise will familiarize you with setting up attack hoses to fight fires and show you how to connect a fire truck to a hydrant water supply. First, we'll establish a water supply line. This ensures you never run out of water when fighting fires. Now, walk over to the indicated compartment on the truck and grab a supply hose. The supply hose is a yellow one. Okay, now, look directly at the connector on the truck. You'll notice that you first need to remove the cap from the connector, so go ahead and remove the cap. Good. Now, look directly at the connector on the truck and connect the hose couple to it. Well done. You now have a supply line connected to the truck and will have a continuous flow of water for fighting fires. You only need one supply line connected to the truck, but to show you that there are multiple points on the truck you can connect a supply line to, we'll go ahead and connect another supply line. Head over to the indicated connector on the other side of the truck and connect the supply line to it. Like before, remove the cap, unroll the hose, and attach the hose. Okay, now we're going to attach an attack hose to the truck. Attack lines are colored red to indicate they're different from supply lines. As with the supply line, you'll need to first remove the cap from the truck, unroll the hose, and then connect the hose coupler to the truck. Nice. We're going to need a nozzle for the attack line. The nozzle allows you to increase or stop the flow of water as needed. Now, pick up the coupler from the ground and walk to the back of the truck. Open the lower compartment and swap the hose coupler with a nozzle. Now that you have a nozzle, look directly at the coupler on the ground and attach it to your... Go! Clock is starting. Put out the fire extinguisher. Fire's out. Job done. With this training exercise, you'll give commands to your squad mates. This will allow others to complete tasks for you while you focus on other objectives. Have a look at the upper right corner of your screen. You can see the AI indicator along with the associated shortcut. Point at the circle on the ground and press the shortcut for the AI that you've just seen in the upper right corner. The AI character will now walk to the indicated location. Good. Now direct the AI to the second circle, followed by the third. Well done. You've just learned how to give go-to commands. Now call the AI to your position. The AI will now follow you. Walk along the waypoints. As you can see, the AI is following you in close proximity as you move around. As you can tell, the AI is very closely following your movements.
Got your back, boss. I'm on it. Yes, sir.
Go ahead and instruct the AI to wait.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Yes, sir. I'm with you, boss. Lead the way. Yes, Commander. I've got your back, boss.
2 victims need help in that building. Your mission? Rescue them. Head through the door and into the building. The door's locked. Instruct your AI to equip a Halligan and come to your location.
Yes, sir.
You can instruct the AI to open the door for you. AI can interact with all context-sensitive objects like doors, windows, victims. Now, follow the indicated on-screen interaction. AI squad will grab a start contacting fire.
Door is open, boss. Yes, okay, boss. I'll put that fire out.
Mutated genetic disasters. At least 60% of them are already here.
There's another fire in the next room. Command the AI to deal with the fire there too. Give another go-to command to send the AI into the room with the fire.
Yeah, you're Santa Claus. That's why you broke in with all call the cops.
Yes, sir. Okay, boss. I'll put that fire out.
Where's Dad? It's okay, Brian. See if you can find some duct tape. Now check on the other kid. The other kid. Julie, the one who's getting the vent.
Don't forget to get both victims to the paramedics. Use the AI shortcut again while aiming at the victim. While
Yes, sir.
One or two people. The baby actually ends up becoming one of the worst serial killers in human history, and he's probably your favorite character in these films. Checking in.
Victim safe, boss. Yes, sir.
Terrible thing to do. There were 3 episodes of Family Guy where I think he's doing Pippin at his worst. Halloween on Silver Screen was Family Guy's very first Halloween special, and this iconic scene. I think we look hot, totally hot.
This training exercise will familiarize you with how to use ladder trucks and aerial arms to attack fires from above and to rescue victims in elevated locations. Before extending the truck's ladder, we must first stabilize it and ensure that the truck will not tip over with the ladder boom extended. Walk over to the indicated control panels and extend all the truck's outrigger arms. While deployed, the outrigger arms simultaneously bypass the vehicle's vehicle suspension and gives the
They wreak havoc in fall, and they quick acts like blowing up forms. Eventually, they move on to soup.
walk over to the indicated areas and engage the ladder boom controls. Good. The ladder arm offers you 3 degrees of movement. Up, down, left, right, and forward, backward. Extending the ladder arm forward and backward effectively lengthens and shortens the length of the ladder. Now, you... Alright, now, use the indicated controls and move the ladder in the forward and backward direction, making the ladder length longer and shorter. Alright, now, use the indicated controls and move the ladder in the forward and backward direction, making the ladder length longer and shorter.
This happens instead. Stay away from my dog, I shall. But just one thing, what? I'll tell my friends I banged her. She just tried to I'm scratching my head for a good 5 minutes. I conclude that Stewie's count is approximately 700,600,052. The maximum life sentence for murder in Rhode Island is 25 years. So if my calculations are correct, Stewie's facing 17 billion, 515 million, 1,300 years in prison for his crimes against humanity. At this point, the other 481 years seem pretty insignificant. You might look at the video on screen and find out how this sadistic character compares. Thank you for watching.
Okay, you've saved 1 victim. Now position the bucket near the other indicated route and wait for the victim to reach the bucket. This victim is unconscious, so you'll have to carry them back to the bucket.
This is basically a crime to get charged with being a total jackass, and in Peter Griffin's case, that would mean making a whole neighborhood dead of night. Hey, everybody, make just hit our first period. Shut up and serve the fortnight. Let's go there. Get it? Just say it. Shut up. Get down there. I'll tell us that now. Brandon, agent in a fight. That is what we're doing like that. 2 years in jail and 2 years sentence. But I know he's seriously afraid of breaking that vase at Cleveland's house. Ow! That was my great grandma's face. On the drive up from Virginia, she give that Banks twin a legs. What are you doing? Making sure you learn your lesson. That's all we've heard. I can't quit Germany. Get me good money for their head. I am important business. I am bad boy. Almost becomes furious with Don for hitting her kid into them, get into a heated argument over her 8 hours, making it better. And it's safe to say that both of them argue over these very effective things. Very well behaved. Oh yeah, no babies on them right now. Stewie, you get down from there this instant. Coachman. Right now, Stewie, or you're in timeout. Only grab kids you got today, you old bag. Your timeout for a joke. You're a terrible parent. I'm a terrible parent. You're a child abuse. That was the worst thing with each other, so Peter was Hey there, you can fit some disguise.
You have any idea how fast you were going, Sir Peter?
Press the indicated button now to switch back to controlling the bucket movement to try it out. When you've relocated the bucket to a better location, switch back to controlling the nozzle and extinguish the fires.
Pretty serious crime. One that earned Mr. Griffin a year in jail and a $1,000 fine. Griffin still always anytime justice.
Dad!
It's a safe bet. That's responsible. They started going to girls again.
Very sorry about that girl. And still want to stop me today, though? Please let everybody on bank account. Okay.
Shockingly, bullying isn't actually a crime, but if it was horrific enough for the boy to have killed himself, he'd definitely deserve to be charged. Harassment at the very least. The crime would only get him jailed for a year and fined $500, which is insultingly low, by the way. They gotta keep in mind, that girl's family could actually file a wrongful death claim against Peter and sue him for the money he got, which I think is totally wrong. But it's a thing. Peter got the first version. Like the episode was Saturday night, but it was 15 seconds. That's what we see. It's not really in school.
Hey, you know what I do? And you know what I do, eh?
But you're just one of those simply guys who stand up and they scream against walls. If they don't want you to I don't know.
You can stop.
Press the indicated button now to switch back to controlling the bucket movement to try it out. When you've relocated the bucket to a better location, switch back to controlling the nozzle and extinguish the fires.
However, he does obstruct justice in the next scene by trying to hide the body in not the most dignified or smartest of places.
Random dead body search. Oh, we call it a stall.
What are you doing?
Don't you see all the clues?
No charges are running as Peter in the show, but the dinner roll that killed Pete was taken into custody. In the real world, though, Peter will face a year in prison and $1,000 in fines for obstructing justice. Peter loves being a passenger princess. But he loves trying to learn a Wignar tool even more. Here he is looking at a comic book instead of the road.
He's gonna do it. Oh, he's so ridiculous, you ridiculous man.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Here he is trying to drive at his speed. Peter also drives over the infamous Lamont.
Dad, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, buddy, eat a triple cheeseburger and large fries and yourself pants. And sometimes when daddy's driving on a date from faraway places, it's okay because they didn't get arrested and they're still kind of drunk, so they think it's okay.
You should know that Mom has emotionally let you go. The really awful accidents Peter's terrible driving caused deserve their own segment. Let's go through Peter's playing in 14 two counts of reckless driving and 2 counts of driving under the influence. He will be ordered to play AA as well. I'll make it all back.
Anyone in the house addicted to alcohol?
Peter embarrasses Lois.
Press the indicated button now to switch back to controlling the bucket movement to try it out. When you've relocated the bucket to a better location, switch back to controlling the nozzle and extinguish the fires.
His wife being himself belongs to my 600-pound life is already an unreasonable amount. Of course, when sometimes your husband does do sweet things like busting her out of jail, and the episode of breaking out is hard to do, Lois becomes a kleptomaniac and is thrown in jail for that. With the all hygienic and semi-normal for the family gone, the Griffin house becomes totally filthy.
I sure was once. Wish she was here to clean up all this stuff I would taste. It's right here by the
Sick of being wrong slow. His looking for signs that wants his wife in jail. That's something to tell. It's actually pretty easy if your mouth can expand to 10 times the normal size. And on this day, Joan chases them all the way to Asian Town, but Lois ends up handing herself in anyway. She gets a lot off for her crimes, but Peter is going down for 3 years. years for helping her escape prison. He'd also be getting fined 500 schmackaroons, which is super cheap compared to the homeless installment episode.
Fires are out. Job done. Congrats! You've completed the firefighter training course and are ready to handle any situation, so you can save as many lives as possible. Feel free to return to the training facility to practice your skills if you need help with the more difficult emergency calls you may encounter. Remember, we train today to be safe tomorrow.
Here's a lesbian bunch. Joe and Quagmire and I are making a coffee table book called Lesbian Bunch in 80s Jeans. Already got the first chapter right here.
Where'd you take all these pictures?
You know, coffee houses, Chevy dealerships, all the usual places.
Lois orders Peter to stay home and watch Stewie while she runs errands, and after breaking the vacuum cleaner in a bit of spiteful rage, he has some father-son time with his baby by comparing the sizes of their... Guess whose was the smallest?
Alright, let's see what you get. Stupid game anyway.
Peter later becomes fascinated by the whole preschool show Jolly Farm Review, and his heart rips in two when he finds out it's getting canceled.
Dispatch to Unit 1. The fire has spread to the roof of the house as well as an adjoining room. Backdraft potential in the area. Use extreme caution. A secondary unit is on site providing water coverage for the burning roof. Evacuation status of the house still unknown.
It's in the infamous house like this one. Kids, they saggy naggy. You say you feel like yes. What is this taste?
Dispatch to Unit 1. Ladder truck is on scene and has assumed safety. Dispatch to Unit 1. Park in front of the building and begin line establishment.
Unit 1 in dispatch. Copy that. Parking in front.
Oh, god damn it.
Peter committed child endangerment in that episode by bringing a dangerous wild animal on stage in front of a live audience of literal children, and that crime will add 3 years to his jail time and another $1,000 fine. But honestly, he deserves jail for portraying Lois as a raging puppet that could only lead to a defamation lawsuit, though. Everybody knows Peter Griffin ain't the most thoughtful of husbands out there, taking his wife on vacation to a retirement home to forcing her to become a boxer.
Dispatch to all units. Unit 1 on scene, assuming command. Continue working fire. Dispatch to Unit 1. Copy that. Acknowledged. Unit 1 on route.
Sorry,
Copy that.
Dispatch to Unit 1. Evacuation status of the house is still unknown. The neighbors believe the homeowner may be trapped inside.
Unit 1 dispatch. Copy that. Unit 1 to dispatch.